Hi, and welcome to the show that provides a new perspective on today's current affairs. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jazz. Research I'm ready to air to you today. I explore the good, the bad, and the unknown of social media.
We walk past them every day. They seem ordinary in every way, smiling, joking, helping us at the office or at school on the shop floor, or while serving us our coffee. Ordinary people having to deal with the extraordinary reality of being homeless. There are 380,000 people in the UK who are part of what is being referred to as the hidden homeless. These people are not the men and women that you would usually associate with being homeless. Many live in hostels, squats, B&Bs, or stay with family and friends. On a whole, the hidden homeless are costing Britain £1.4 billion every year. This, we have found through our research, is the same amount of money that it takes to run a city the size of Birmingham. Unemployment and family breakdown are two of the biggest reasons for why people become homeless. Our reporter, Jasmine Grimes, spoke to two very different people with two very different stories to gain a personal perspective on how they ended up being homeless.
2009, Boxing Day, I went to see a friend of mine called Rich for Boxing Day dinner, and I came back home and all my equipment was gone. The subsequent loss of income just kind of had me in a tail dive, and I think I couldn't afford my rent, and I was asking people for places to stay. It wasn't really great. I was angry for a little while, and I decided to try and move it forward. I just kept trekking and kept doing things. There's quite a few people I have to thank that got me through, but yeah, it was hard work. It was. I begged my dad to stay at his house. I really love my dad, he's done a lot for me, and that was great, but him and me and his wife just didn't really get on, didn't see eye to eye. I had to get out of there. I was looking after my friend's house for a little while, but you know how these things are, if you can't give people money for rent and stuff. So I fell out with her, and I really do miss her quite a lot. She was a really good friend of mine. That's when I begged my mum. It's been really hard work even staying with her. The biggest, frustration was not having a place of yourself to stay, not having a place to put your mental and your spiritual in place, and I just remained angry most of the time. I kept going because I had no choice. When you go through tough times, call it that, it allows you to just makes you understand how much you can deal with, whether you might want to deal with it or not.
It makes you feel as though you're not part of anything, because not having a job as well and not having any stable accommodation, you just feel like you're floating. You don't have any base, you don't have any status. It's a very demeaning, horrible set of circumstances to be in. Well, I've worked for 26 years. I've always been very independent. I left home when I was 18. I got a mortgage when I was 25. I had a 3-bedroom terrace house in the northeast for 13 years. And I've always lived very independently and been very self-sufficient. It's very easy to understand why people who might not have substance misuse issues actually develop substance misuse issues because of what they're having to deal with, particularly alcohol, because it's the one thing that can help people sleep, and it might be the only way some people get to sleep. I met some very inspiring clients, people who, they're absolutely fantastic, they have lots of skills, lots of things to offer, but they're being punished by a government who is looking to create an underclass, basically. Never felt as though I didn't have anything to offer. I just felt it was very unfortunate. I was in those circumstances. I work exactly the same, to the same professional standards. You know, I have the same drive, the same motivation, and these challenges that I've had have never changed that in any way. I've always felt that I had something to offer, and that the reality was that my circumstances were never as bad as theirs. You have to fuel your own self-belief, otherwise you'll never be employed, because the only person who can believe in you is you, and if you don't believe in you, nobody else will. When I'm in a stronger position and when things are more stable for me, I will continue to shout about those things and hopefully affect some change, you know, even if it's in a small way.
So, two very personal and different perspectives on being homeless. I'll leave you with the views of some people from Stratford, East London, after they found out that there are 380,000 people that make up the UK's hidden homeless.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, to be honest with me, you know, it's not really nice, to be honest.
3,000 what?
It just makes me feel a little bit annoyed.
Well, if cynical was a feeling, I would be a bit sceptical about that figure, because I've been homeless twice, but my experience is it's only technical homelessness.
It's kind of shocking, really, that many people can be homeless and you don't know. So it makes you think about the people that are visibly homeless, and you've got to times that by however many that are hidden homeless.
Living in a hostel, for me, I mean, I've been to Africa and I've seen what real poverty is, like slums.
It's a bit sad because I take advantage of what I've got, you know, and like I don't stop and think that other people don't have what I've got.
I don't think you're really talking about the kind of homelessness I'm talking about. That's why I get a bit cynical when I hear like thousands of people homeless in the UK, because I don't see them. You know what I mean? If there was so many thousands, why wouldn't I see them? You know what I mean? I walk around here all the time, so that's my feeling.
And some people, potentially homeless people, get quite a lot of pity, or they'll get a lot of, potentially some people giving them money, whereas hidden homeless, you don't know that they're homeless, so, or nobody really knows they're homeless, so they potentially get a lot less help than those people that you see
who are actually
on the street,
on the streets.
Social media sites influence people all around the world, from government officials to everyday people. We're all connected by the click of a button, but is it as innocent as it seems? Well, we went out and asked the general public what they thought about social media sites and their hidden terms and conditions, the influences of social media, the good, the bad, and the unknown.
So what are your main reasons for using social media?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a musician, yeah, so when I use social media, really, all I really use it for is to further get my music out there, gain more supporters, and that's about it, really.
Lots of friends that don't have mobile phones. So,
people abroad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of friends in other countries. It's pretty good for that.
My mum got a Facebook account because I was going abroad, and she had no other way to keep in touch with me, and now she's addicted.
It's easier to get in contact with my friends. I like posting things up and seeing what everyone else is posting up, and it's easier than just giving people a number.
I think you're quite left out if you don't use it. So like, all my friends have it, and there's always kind of videos or photos everyone's talking about, so if you don't have it, you can be quite left out.
To communicate for my work and to keep track of my students.
What are the main positives for you using social media?
The main positives for me, I suppose, probably connecting to people that I probably would have never been able to connect to if I see them on the street.
I can normally get in touch with mates quicker on Facebook than I can in the real world.
Yeah, this
so
is
like in emergencies.
Yeah, it's harder to lose Facebook than lose your phone.
Yeah,
Very true. You don't have to give anyone your number, so then not everyone has your number, so then it's easier than like everyone having your number and texting you on your phone.
The instant access, but also the ability to turn it off.
With Twitter, you know how you can follow any celebrity that you love, and I think that's the first time we've ever had kind of a direct link to people who we idolise.
Okay, and the negatives?
You might get in contact with people you don't know, strangers and stuff.
Getting too addicted to it, and not actually living in the real world. Yeah.
Yeah, all the hours of Facebook scrolling and searching for the meaning of life and never finding it.
That is
basically
what you use Facebook for.
Yeah.
Not that I've experienced, only that I hear about.
Illuminati, Illuminati, Illuminati. No.
Yeah.
The way they twang you to get certain things from you, and then every time there's a Facebook update, there's more things they want from you. They're very secretive, innit? Like, you don't read the small print, but that small print should be large. You know what I mean?
I hate the kind of pressure that comes with people who put pictures on to just make it look like they're having fun, and like every time you go out everyone's on their phone or everyone's trying to take a picture, and no one's enjoying the night out because everyone's just taking pictures.
Do you read terms and conditions?
No.
No. Not for something like that.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a click and keep it moving guy.
Would you give anybody your details, pictures, everything about you to use however they like?
No, like all my social media is very private. Like it's all on just my friends' settings.
Depends if it's gonna make my image better, you know? No, I'm joking. I ain't trying to give my personal details to nobody, like, nobody.
Depends how many personal details there are. Probably not, but I guess I probably do.
Okay.
On social media.
That is what we're getting.
But then
to.
everyone does, so it's kind of okay, right? I don't know. You tell me.
No. Okay, well, Facebook states
you give us permission to use your name, profile picture, content and information in connection with commercial, sponsored or related content such as a brand you like, served or enhanced by us. This means, for example, that you permit a business or other entity to pay us to display your name and or profile picture with your content or information without any compensation to you. If you have selected a specific audience for your content or information, we will respect your choice when we use it.
Oh.
You know what that means?
Yeah, they can do anything with any of us content.
That's very true.
Oh, right. I just thought if you had your mobile phone number on there, they could probably get that. But I thought as long as you didn't say that, it was all right.
So do you think you will read the terms and conditions right now?
Yeah.
I'll probably start reading them and then I'll
still
sort of
anyway.
get bored halfway through. I'm not going to lie, to be honest. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But it's made me think, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's a bit deep, isn't it? I do understand that. You know, I'm just going to close my Facebook account.
The thing is, in some of their terms
It's already been used, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're trying to use my information, but I'm kind of scared now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could get done for anything and they've got my picture. It weren't me.
Terms and conditions. Do you have any idea what that means?
No, but I do know that I like put my things on private and stuff, and I didn't know that.
Do you understand what that means?
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I was aware of that.
Do you read the terms and conditions?
I do read terms and conditions.
Yay! We've got someone that reads terms and conditions.
Not all, but most I do, yeah.
Okay, and
I'm signing them either way, yeah.
How do you feel about the Facebook terms and conditions?
Well, I weigh it up with the benefits, and I realise that the minute I go online, I'm being tracked more than everywhere. I know when I use my credit card, I'm being tracked. I know by the adverts I get that they know what I bought yesterday, somehow. So, you can't win.
Social media sites have helped revolutionise how we communicate with each other online. But every positive has a negative, and what you don't know becomes the unknown, and this is what could happen.
Doing a privacy change for 350 million users is a really, you know, it's not not the type of thing that a lot of companies would do. We decided that these would be the social norms now, and we just went for it.
If they use 10% of that data, they're going to be the most valuable company ever.
Is it hard to go through it and actually find specific details about a person?
No, that's super easy. Within a couple of minutes, you can figure out what people voted for, what psychological problems they have.
I'm saying it's because I agreed to the latest terms and conditions on iTunes.
No one has read the terms and conditions. No one in the world.
To the extent there have been contract decisions, they've held that these terms and conditions are valid.
And what if your phone came with these long terms and conditions said, well, if you use the phone, the government can wiretap you? That would be insane. But that's the kind of world we're living in.
Anything that's been digitized is not private. And that is terrifying.
For the government to get information from a Google or a Facebook is a lot easier than the government doing it itself and putting a wiretap on our phones.
All these powerful institutions, they're not subject to the same invasions of privacy as the rest of us are.
So far, the population seems fine with it. If they weren't, they know who to call.
If you have a story that you think we should be covering from your perspective, do get in touch by emailing studio@breaklondon.co.uk.
We will continue to invade London's psyche next time with real people with real issues that affect them from their perspective.
Take care.